How's it going, everybody? My wife asked me to troubleshoot a skeleton lock that we have in our bathroom. So let's get right to it, and I'll show you what I found so far. After taking apart both sides of the doorknob, obviously, here, and you got your plates down there, there's actually a cartridge that comes out, which is pretty neat how they designed this 80 years ago. So this contains the entire mechanism. This one actually has a bolt feature, which you can see on the bottom. So you take this cartridge out and take off the main screw, which is this one right here, and the plate comes off, and you can see the entire workings of the of both the lock and the deadbolt. This part was completely immobile; it would not come out. The deadbolt works fine. You can see that one of them, well, they're actually both on lever mechanisms, but one of them was spring-loaded, and here's the spring that actually came out of this top piece. So it was sitting right here, and as you can tell, it is broken, so it just either needs to be replaced, or if I feel like it, I could probably bend this into this little shape here and reconnect it to this part of the mechanism. And once you do that, it should go back together. I can't foresee why there would be any other issues, but it's all steel components, so it's not a big deal. So that should be it, and I'm gonna try and do my best to get this thing put back together before she gets back. Okay, and did not mention, but this is the broken piece of that spring I showed you from before. And what I did was I basically just bent a piece of the end of the spring here, sort of into shape of how I think it's going to go. This is the piece it's going to attach to, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on that end. Let's try it like this. Okay, and that should do pretty good. Just enough to sort of hang it on there. And we're going to put this back together on this piece. Stretches over here. So you can see it's already pulling all the way into position without even having all the pieces in. Put our lock back there, so now it's in the fully retracted position, and we can test out and see that it is retracting. Alright. And then this is the piece that goes back in that I'm going to try and remember the direction that it was in there. Hopefully. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So basically, either way it turns, whether you turn the doorknob to the left or the right, it's going to withdraw that locking mechanism to allow the door to close more freely. Now the only issue with this is if you see the way the tension is on this, the spring is tighter than probably what it's used to, so it's wanting to keep it pulled a little harder. Let's try a different setup here, see if this works better. Yeah, that's what we want. So that must have been how it was. You can see that this is fully out now. So when we test it here with our handle, it's going to pull all the way back. You can see that. And that should be it. So I'm going to go ahead and pack it back up, and we should have a working door. One repair every 80 years is all it takes for these old keys, so that's pretty good. And there goes the piece.